Sustainability to me is, for myself, it's life. And what do you do about life? How do you live? And it's something that needs to be taught to people in order for them to be a part and a support to their community.
You know, the idea of the seventh generation is very critical to what I want to do with the rest of my life, actually, because I have grandchildren. Actually, I have a 8-year-old granddaughter, and my grandson's due right before Thanksgiving. But I think about their grandchildren and their grandchildren's children, and I want there to be a beautiful place where they can live, you know. So that's what I'm dedicating the rest of my life to, and it might be like a hummingbird's amount of giving back to the planet, but that's what I can do, so that's my intention and why I went into this field.
I'm a hydrologist, and for decades hydrologists were worried about surface water and surface water only, but I'm a hydrogeologist actually, and that's groundwater, and that used to be a separate discipline, and they didn't used to be connected, and now we're realizing that, oh, the same water that lands on the surface and goes into a lake permeates into the groundwater, and they're connected. Well, Native people have been seeing the connections between these things, not just those two things, but all of things for a long time.
Like a stream, there's your macroinvertebrates, there's your predators, there's your vegetation, and they all work together. It's, you know, it's not that one's dominating the other, they all live off each other. The biggest predator needs the smallest tiny insect for it to live, and the smallest insects needs the plankton and all that to thrive. They all work together to, you know, to make a healthy stream.
We are part of an ecosystem, and sustainability in that context is a means of benefiting from ecosystem services without reducing, altering, or changing ecosystem function. Being able to benefit from the world we live in without ending it, and being able to do that on a time scale that matters.
Sustainability means to me is something that you can either work with or use and continuously use it without harming it or destroying it.
When we think of sustainability from a programmatic standpoint, we think of, do we have the capacity to keep retention going, recruitment going, placement of the students into other programs? These are the types of things that we're constantly thinking about, and if we're thinking about them on a year-to-year basis versus a 3-year basis versus a long-term plan basis, when we start thinking about the long-term plan basis, that's when we really start to get in the realm of sustainability from a programmatic standpoint.
Academia in the natural resources has really been at forefront of pushing this agenda, and I'm willing to use the word agenda because I think it's worth being behind this agenda of sustainability. I think traditionally education hasn't necessarily focused on that, but it's becoming more and more relevant today. So I don't think you can study anything in the natural resources without working along that core theme of sustainability.